Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Georgia Virtual College Fair. We have an awesome lineup of institutions that you get the opportunity to hear from tonight. So thank you so much for joining us. First up is we know that you have questions. And so I want to make sure that you're able to put those in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. I would invite you to list the college name in the question so they know who you're directing your question to and they can respond appropriately. So just make sure you put the name of the college that you want to answer your question within your question. This is a webinar, so your cameras and your microphones are turned off. So our panelists can't see or hear you. And so that's why it's so important that you use that Q&A feature at the bottom. There are more sessions, not only tonight, but also tomorrow. So please sign up for more sessions. And this presentation is being recorded and it will be available on demand within a week at that same website where you registered. So again, feel free to put those questions in the Q&A and definitely put that college name that you wish to answer your question. But without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our presenters. First, you're going to have the opportunity to hear from Thomas University.
Hello, welcome everybody. This is Josh Barrett from Thomas University. I just wanted to start out by first saying thank you guys for signing up tonight. We're going to go straight into the admissions. Kind of what we require at Thomas University currently is a 2.0 GPA with a 940 SAT and an 18 ACT. But due to COVID-19, test scores requirements are being waived currently until fall 2021. If you have taken any AP exams that are worth college credit, please send those to the email listed, or any dual enrollment courses that you might have taken as well. You can send it to the same email. Some of our undergraduate majors are, we have biology, we have business with concentrations in administration, management, and marketing. We have a criminal justice degree. We have education degrees. We have elementary education, middle grades education, and secondary education. We also have humanities degrees with concentrations in English, music, visual arts, and film studies. More of our majors that we have for undergraduates would be interdisciplinary studies, justice administration, an MLS degree, which is medical laboratory science, a natural resources and conservation management degree, psychology, rehabilitation studies, and social work. If you plan to take graduate programs after your four-year degree, you can stay at Thomas University as well, because we offer them. We have a master's in business administration, which is an MBA. We have a clinical counseling and rehabilitation counseling degree. We have a master's of education with curriculum and instruction and elementary, middle grades mathematics, middle grades language arts, secondary English, and secondary mathematics. We have a master's of arts in teaching, which is an MAT in elementary ed or an MAT in pedagogy, and we have an education specialist degree in teachers leadership. We also have a master's in human resources, a master's in management. We have an RN to MSN and an MSN to MBA. Some of our housing options at Thomas University's campus. We have a Pine Tree Residence Hall, which each unit houses 2 students, so you'd be sharing a room with another student. There's 2 extra large beds, 2 dressers, and a desk and a chair for each student. There's free laundry within those units. There's also a game room and a common area, and the meal plan is included in the cost of the Pine Tree Residence Hall. Also, we have Magnolia Residence Halls. Each unit has 4 bedrooms, my apologies. 1 student per bedroom. There's 2 bathrooms, a kitchen, a common area, and a washer and dryer per unit. And some of the things around those Magnolias is, you can see in the photo right there, we built a brand new pavilion. We have sand volleyball courts and a bunch of grills that students can use outside just during the time off. Some of our student activities on campus, we have a CAB, which is our campus activities board. We have a Rotaract club. We have a bunch of survivor nights, which is just student life nights. We have Thanksgiving dinners for students, as well as mostly other holiday dinners as well. We have bowling nights, movie nights, and stuff like that. Some of our other things, we have a meal plan on campus, like I said. We have a shuttle service that takes students around all campuses for free. It runs every 15 minutes. Parking is free for students as well. And we have a full-time security officer on campus, as well as a substation for the police department, which is nice because our campus is very, very safe. Our sports on campus, our men's sports, we have baseball, basketball, soccer, swimming, cross country, and track. And our women's sports, we have basketball, soccer, softball, swimming, and cross country and track. We have a very nice brand new library and learning commons on campus. There's 2 computer labs with brand new computers in them. We have study rooms that you can rent as well. We have a lot of things in the library that you can rent, like books, laptops, movies if you're into that. We also have board games and stuff that you can rent as students, as well as free peer tutoring. So those are students that are tutoring other students. So Thomas University's mascot is actually a nighthawk. What is a nighthawk, you might ask? A nighthawk is a medium-sized bird with large wings, short legs, and very short bills. They usually nest on the ground. So obviously you can tell in the photo that we made him a bit buffer because they're all small birds, but his name is Talon. So if you do come to campus and you see him around, you can say hello to him. Financial aid. So financial aid, you can go to the FAFSA website and fill out your financial aid. Our school code is on this slide, as well as just wanted to let you know, once you are accepted into Thomas University, your aid will be processed, which is nice because once you're accepted, you'll be able to find out, we send you a financial aid package, and it's very helpful reference that you know early the money side than later in the process. Scholarships, academic scholarships are given to all students with a minimum GPA of 3.0. Athletic scholarships will be offered by the coaches. So in admissions, we don't handle the athletic scholarship. Those are given by the coaches. And then students can apply for any activity or other general scholarships on your Hawk link. So that's when you get accepted, you get a Hawk link account, and you'll be able to apply for other scholarships on there. The TU bookstore. Our TU bookstore is completely online at Thomas University. You can order books from digital, new, used copies, as well as you can rent from other places as well. You get up to $1,000 with scholarship money to purchase any books you need on campus, so your book should be paid for. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm so excited that I got to talk to you guys. If you have any questions, please send me a chat or anything, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Thomas University. Audience, don't forget to put those questions in the Q&A at the bottom. Next up, you get the opportunity to hear from Troy University.
All right. Good afternoon, evening, everyone. My name is Ryan Cole, and I serve as an admissions counselor at Troy. I'm excited to be with you all today to share with you a little bit more about the university. So just kind of some fast facts about Troy. We have over 100 different majors and minors on our campus, spread across 5 different academic colleges. Some of our more popular majors are anything in our Sherrill College of Business, nursing program, education, music, really anything in between. I really feel like we have something to offer every single student that's interested in attending Troy. We do have about 7,500 students on our campus, so we're a good mid-sized university. We are a Division I school competing in the Sun Belt Conference, and as a Troy student, you get free admission to all home sporting events with your student ID. And again, over 200 different clubs and organizations, so really is something to offer everyone at Troy. So where exactly is Troy? We are located in Troy, Alabama. We're approximately 3.5 hours from kind of the Atlanta metro area. We do have 4 campuses in the state of Alabama, but the Troy, Alabama main campus is where most of our traditional students enroll upon graduation from high school. So as with many things in the world, we have changed our admissions policy for fall 2021 students due to COVID-19. We are going test optional for admissions, not for scholarships. I'll talk a bit more about that in just a second, but unconditional acceptance, 3.0 high school GPA, conditional acceptance, 2.5 high school GPA. Yes, we will be able to take a weighted GPA. We'll just need your transcript with grades through the end of your junior year to be able to evaluate you for admission. The only difference in these 2 types of admission is pretty much the number of hours you're allowed to take your first couple of semesters at Troy. We've also extended our scholarship deadline to March the 1st for priority scholarships. A couple of quick things to note here. Troy does stack or super score for scholarship purposes. So whether you've taken the ACT or SAT multiple times, we'll take your best score from those subsections. We'll be able to average those together for scholarship purposes. And you do have to be accepted to apply for scholarship. So briefly, I will kind of touch on each of these. Our scholarship started at 20 on the ACT or 1030 SAT. We don't take preference one test over the other. That's $2,000 to $4,000 per year with a 3.0 high school GPA. Kind of a good rule of thumb for us is the higher your test score is, the more money that you'll be able to receive from Troy. Kind of just a ballpark estimate, in-state tuition, cost of attendance and everything is going to be around $20,000 per year at the in-state rate. Even though you are an out-of-state resident, I'll show you in just a second how you can receive in-state tuition with us. So you can kind of take these figures towards paying for in-state tuition. Chancellor Scholarship, 26 ACT, 1230 SAT with a 3.5, 6 to 10,000. And lastly is a Scholars Award. You'll kind of see the qualifications for that there. The first year of Scholars, that will pay for full tuition for 4 years in traditional style housing. We have 15 dorms on campus. You would just pay the difference if you chose to live elsewhere. And lastly, that Scholars Plus, or kind of the second tier of Scholars, that's full tuition, full housing, and your full meal plan for 4 years. That's essentially just about everything that you would need paid for if you were to attend Troy. So very great scholarships to make it as cost affordable as possible, especially for our students coming from out of state. And again, you'll see information about the Trojan Opportunity Expanded Scholarship. This qualifies you for in-state tuition at Troy. So if you meet these qualifications of a 20 ACT or 1030 SAT with a 3.0 GPA, you'll be considered an in-state student for tuition purposes. Again, those figures on the other page will go a lot further towards paying for your cost of attending Troy at the in-state rate versus out-of-state tuition. However, if you reside in one of these counties, you automatically receive in-state tuition at Troy, no additional application or form needed for that. You'll also see our Sunshine Scholars Award, primarily for students from the state of Florida, but if you live in Georgia, you are eligible to apply for this scholarship based on availability. This is a $1,000 to $2,000 renewable scholarship award. Just some important dates and deadlines for us. March 1st is a big date. That's when our scholarship application closes for next fall, as well as our housing application. You are required to live on campus during your freshman year at Troy, around 15 different residence halls. So we have dorms for really every type of student, whether you want a roommate or you'd like a single room. But do keep that in mind whenever you're applying. FAFSA cannot be processed until you're accepted to the university. That opened on October the 1st, and while we don't have a formal deadline that you have to complete that by, we do encourage you to complete that as soon as possible. And you'll see our foundation scholarships. These are typically our endowed scholarships that are 1-year awards, smaller award amounts, but every little bit helps when you're going towards paying for college. Again, very, very important point. You do have to be accepted to apply for academic scholarships as well as on-campus housing. I fully believe that the best way to decide whether or not a college is for you, whether that's Troy or any university you're considering, is to visit campus. We are offering in-person visits at 10, 12, and 2 each weekday through the end of November. You can register at troy.edu/tours. We're also offering virtual events on this site as well. So you can visit there, select the date and time that works best for you, and you'll be able to see all that campus has to offer. And if you want to learn more about Troy, if you kind of want to keep up with what's going on campus, make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll post a lot of great information there. So that about wraps it up. Excited that y'all got to hear a little bit about Troy. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out or message us in the Q&A. Thank you all so much.
Ryan, thanks to you and Troy University. Wow, I've already learned so many great things about the institutions that have gone so far, but we have several more to go. So up next, you get the opportunity to hear from Truett McConnell University.
Hey everyone, my name is Timothy Agee with Truett McConnell University, and so let me start this here. And I actually serve as the Assistant Director of Admissions for graduate recruiting. However, I'm filling in tonight for some of our undergraduate recruiters. I did used to work in undergrad, so no delay down here. So Truett McConnell, we were founded in 1946 with the initial purpose to train pastors. And since then, we've expanded to over 52 degree offerings. And these some of our most popular programs include biology, business administration, Christian studies, criminal justice, education, English, exercise science, global studies, history, humanities, music ed, nursing, and psychology. This is in addition to our 4 graduate degrees that we currently offer, including Masters of Business Administration, Master of Arts in Professional Counseling, Master of Arts in Theology, and Masters of Education in Elementary Education. So though we were founded to specifically around our Christian studies program, we have expanded from there. What makes TMU unique? This slogan here, from the very first verse to the very last tribe, is not just a slogan. It's what we want our students to live out every day. And so as a student at Truett McConnell, you're going to have an opportunity to get involved with various GO teams that we call. And these are mission-minded teams that go out to our local community and do various mission projects. Also, you're going to be interacting in the classroom. So all of our curriculum is taught from a biblical worldview. And so you will get that interaction specifically and most definitely in your science courses. We are not going to be your typical college experience. So if you are looking for that, we may not be the best fit, and that's okay. We are a very unique university, and we feel called to equip you in whatever God has called you to do. And so, as you see here, we are more than just a name. Our 4 pillars as a Christian education institution is to love God, love the Word, love the church, and love the lost. And we want to equip you in those areas during your time with us. Students do receive what we call our Great Commission minor. So you will take classes in Christian theology, Baptist heritage, and missions. And then intentional discipleship. There's various opportunities both within dorm life and student services to be discipled and then to also disciple others. Again, here are our 4 pillars in which we seek to grow you in, and that's your love for the Lord, His Word, His church, and the lost. So the Great Commission minor is something that makes us very unique. We are the only institution in Georgia that offers this. And we want you to not only be equipped in whatever God's called you to be. So if you want to be a nurse, we want to equip you with how to share your faith as well while you're being trained. If you're called to business, we want you to be a great businessman or woman, but we also want you to be equipped in sharing your faith. So we are a small university. We have around 700 students on campus. We are growing, however. We have 700 students on campus, around 300 online, and then another 2,000 students that do dual enrollment with us. So our total population, and not wanting to forget our grad students, our total population is around 3,200 currently. So the intentional discipleship I mentioned a minute ago, we want you to grow in knowledge of your head, your character, and skills so you can be an effective witness for Christ. This is also evident within our NAIA athletic teams. We have 16 NAIA athletic teams that compete at a very high level, championship level. Our women's golf team is actually ranked 16th in the nation at the current time. So if you're interested in athletics, we do offer that. And within those athletic teams, you're going to have opportunities for discipleship. So you'll also have the opportunity to participate in missions, ministry teams, community groups, Bible studies, and other activities. Your next steps, if you're interested, is to visit our website, www.truett.edu. You'll see a yellow banner at the top. And if fill out that and click on that tab saying request info, one of our missions counselors will get back to you immediately with some more information. So this is also going to create for you a personalized TMU webpage that's going to have all the content that you could ever imagine available for you. Before I end, I did want to mention financial aid. I don't have a slide available, but we do offer in-state scholarships. So the Hope Scholarship here in Georgia, that is available for you, even though we are a private institution. We also accept federal financial aid as well. So make sure that you complete your FAFSA application. But then we also, like other institutions, offer various institutional aid based off of your high school transcripts. For admissions, we have waived the test score requirement for incoming class of fall 2021, as well as for spring 2021. So we just need your high school transcript, and then we will offer you various institutional aids. It could be as high as $6,000, and the meeting our minimal GPA requirement is a $2,500 scholarship. So while our in-state or our tuition comes out to a little over $30,000 for residential students. A lot of our students get full ride scholarships through various out scholarships, as well as the institutional scholarships that we offer, as well as federal aid. So that is everything that I have. And thank you so much for your time. And we look forward to answering any questions that you have later on.
Thank you so much, Timothy and Truett McConnell University. Next up, you get the opportunity to hear from the University of Montevallo.
Sorry, y'all, technical difficulties. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Celia Venable. I am the out-of-state admissions counselor here at the University of Montevallo. So if you are not familiar with us, we are actually located in Central Alabama. There's a little star on one of our residence halls that commemorates right in the center of Alabama. We are about 45 minutes south of Birmingham and about 2.5 hours away from Atlanta. For the past 8 years, we have been recognized as a public college of distinction, and we're also the fourth safest campus in Alabama. Our total enrollment is about 2,600. So what that means for you all is small class sizes. The average is about 23. It could be anywhere from 40 in some of your general education classes to, I was a student here, so in my senior class, there were 12 of us. So very small, your professors know you, might be friends on Facebook, but very small one-on-one personalized education here. We do also have 90+ student organizations. 14 of those are Greek. I'll get into that in a second, but we do have tons of clubs on campus, and if you wanted to create a club, you could actually get a couple of friends together and go to our student life board and present that to them. I know one of our students created the Crocs Club, like the shoes last year, so we have some interesting ones here. But like I said, we do have 14 Greek organizations. We have 5 sororities, 4 fraternities, and then 5 MPHC organizations, as well as our athletics teams. We are a Division II school. So we have 21 of these. Our most recent ones that we added were men and women's swimming. We added them last year. And then we also have 2 spirit teams, which are our cheerleading and our dance teams. And tryouts for those are coming up in the spring. And then we also do have our President's Outdoor Scholars Program, which includes our bass fishing team. So if you're into that, there's a little something for everybody. And then just to quickly get into some of our degree programs that we offer, we do have 4 different colleges on campus. So the first one is College of Arts and Sciences. So this is, biology, chemistry, Englishes, political science. We also have our pre-professional programs. So we do have a dual enrollment dual engineering program with some other schools in Alabama. And then we also do pre-dental, pre-medical, pre-optometry, pre-pharmacy, and pre-veterinarian under this school. We also have our Stevens College of Business, which houses our 5 business degrees. The College of Education and Human Development, which houses our education of deaf and hard of hearing, early childhood, elementary education, exercise and nutrition science, and family and consumer sciences. We do have a program where if you wanted to go into secondary education, you would actually major in the topic that you want to teach, and then you would be entered into your 5th year with a master's in education. So it's kind of a nice way to push teachers along in that direction. And then we also have our College of Fine Arts. These are our admissions requirements. We are going test optional through spring 2022. So if you haven't been able to test, that's totally fine. We do encourage you sending any test scores that you have, any and all test scores that you have, because we do super score for admission. So as long as you have a 2.5, you should be good to go. And you'll go on our website here, montevallo.edu. There's a big green apply button. You can't miss it. It's on all the pages. There is a $30 non-refundable application fee. And then you'll just have your counselor send us your transcripts. And like I said, if you do have test scores, please, we encourage you to send those. And then also our scholarships this year, we do super score for those as well. So these have changed a little bit. These 3 right here, the top 3 are our test optional options. So the first one is $2,500, and as long as you have a 3.0 to 3.49, you would receive that one. The next one is for $4,500, and that is a 3.5 to 3.99. And then the last one is a 4.0 and above for $6,000. You can see these test scores here, but if you send us test scores, we will be evaluating based on what will benefit you the most. So you could have, say, a 25 on your ACT, but a 4.0 GPA, we would award you in this bracket. Then these two are the ones that are not changing. So they still require 30 to 36 on the ACT. And for this one, a 3.0 GPA. And if you have a 3.5 GPA with the 30 to 36, you'll get an application for our MAP scholarship, which is our full tuition room and board scholarship. So you would apply for that. You'd be selected then to interview, and then you'd go through an interview process. And that's how our recipients are chosen. And then for you all, since you're in Georgia, as long as you have a 3.0, you'd get the out-of-state scholarship. And then you can see this last one here. This is our minority scholarship. So the out-of-state can stack with these, but these can't stack on top of each other, if that makes sense. But we do have some additional scholarship options that can stack on top of those. So these are foundation, alumni, or departmental scholarships. It is just one application, which is really nice. It's about 30 questions, I believe, and you send your resume, and then it'll auto apply you for any that you might qualify for. And these are actually selected by a committee, whereas the last scholarships are merit-based, so you're automatically awarded those. And then you can see here our FAFSA information. So whichever year you're applying, this year or next, once you or your parent or guardians do their taxes, you can see our FAFSA code right here. And we have a really awesome financial aid office on campus. So if you ever had any questions or needed help with that, they are more than happy to assist. And like I said, my name is Celia Venable. If you want to set up a Zoom call or email me some questions, this is my contact information. Thank you all.
Celia, thank you so much to you and the University of Montevallo. Our final presentation tonight will be from the University of South Carolina.
Sorry, 1 second, guys.
We're just admiring your background. It looks beautiful.
Thank you. That's on our campus at the historic horseshoe. I don't know why it's not pulling up for, okay, there we go. Hi guys, my name is Lorenzo Myers and I am the Georgia Regional Admissions Representative that we have here at the University of South Carolina. The University of South Carolina is located in Columbia, South Carolina. Columbia is the second largest city in the state and Columbia is the state's capital. We are the state's flagship public institution. One student from Georgia noted that although Columbia is much smaller than the city of Atlanta, Columbia has so much to offer, whether it's from your southern eateries, to your southern cuisines, to your shopping plazas, to your music festivals, your concerts, your outdoor adventures, and so much more. Like I stated, our campus is in the heart of downtown Columbia. Although our campus is located in the heart of downtown Columbia, there's no major roads or streets that run through our campus. Interesting fact, our campus was built first, and then the city was built around our campus. So not only are our students our footsteps away from professional opportunities, but also that personal experiences as well. With Columbia being centrally located in the state, we're about an hour and a half away from the mountains in Charlotte, North Carolina, and then we're an hour and a half away from the beaches in Charleston, South Carolina. So we really have a great location here on our campus. There's no borders on our campus. Our campus is woven into the city. Interesting fact as well, our president actually still lives on our campus on the historic horseshoe. Here with the academics, we are a Carnegie Tier 1 research institution. We have about 56 nationally ranked programs here on our campus. Although you are attending a campus with 30,000 plus students, we do offer a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So that's another way our students here on our campus build that small sense of community by the small class sizes that I'll offer here on our campus. Also, we have over 300 plus unique degree options here for our students. So I'm pretty sure that we do have a degree for our students here on our campus. With student life, we have over 500 student life organizations here on our campus. We have 500 plus student organizations. So it's okay for our students to get involved here on our campus. So this is just another way for our students to get involved and make the campus much smaller and build that sense of community here on our campus. Also with the Gamecock Spirits, we are the Gamecocks. We're in the Southeastern Conference. We're in Division I. So I don't know if you guys know much about the Southeastern Conference, but when it comes to football and various sports, it's really, really big here on our campus. And one of our favorite student traditions is on Saturdays cheering on the Gamecocks with 82,000 plus family and friends. So we're really big here on our sports. We have 19 varsity level Division I sports here on our campus. Also, here's our freshman profile. So if you see right here, these are our mid-range scores. So these are not our averages or requirements to get into our university. So you can see our mid-range scores with our freshman profile was 1190 to a 1360 SAT, 25 to a 31 ACT, and then a 3.8 to a 4.5 GPA. But also you can see our honors college, but then also our capstone scholars program as well. So you can see that freshman profile that we have here for our students, but just keep in mind, these are our mid-range scores here at our university. Here are our 19 required courses. So we based your GPA off these 19 high school courses. So we will recalculate your GPA on a 5.0 scale here at our university based off the rigor of these courses. So if you have any questions about these courses, feel free to reach out to me or your guidance counselor as well. Freshman requirements, our students are able to apply rather through the UFC app, Coalition app, or the Common app. There is a $65 application fee. We do have fee waivers, NACAT, College Board, ACT, or Common app, and Coalition fee waivers. Also this year, we will require a school report form. So just make sure that you're reaching out to your guidance counselor for that school report form. Also, you'll be able to upload your high school transcript as well on our application. And this year we are test optional. So there's 3 options that we have available for our students. And the 3 options are either you can submit your SAT or ACT scores. We are super scoring both the SAT and the ACT. Also, you can submit your 3 exams from AP, IB, or Cambridge exam scores. And then also, you can submit a graded essay from your 11th to 12th grade year. Just make sure it has your full name, the date it was submitted, and also grade that you earned, and your teacher comments. So we are test optional this year, and we're giving our students 3 options to use as a supplemental to their applications. So we're encouraging our students, if you do have test scores, they will not hurt you this year. With the Honors College, there's a separate application. We have the nation's top-ranked Honors College for a public university. So with the Honors College application, there are 2 essay prompts, 1 short answer question, and also 2 letters of recommendation. And this year, test scores are not required for our Honors College. Here are deadlines. We already passed our October 15 deadline for early action. This is non-binding. And November 2nd, we already passed our early action supplemental material form 2 days ago. But our next deadline is our Honors College and Top Scholars application. November 15 is that deadline. And then regular admissions deadline is December 1st. So the last day to apply to our university is December 1st. And then Honors College recommendation letters, December 1st is that deadline. And then February 1st is our credentials deadline. Here at the University of South Carolina, 96% of our freshman class students receive some sort of financial aid, and then 1/3 of our freshman class students receive some sort of merit-based scholarship. With merit-based scholarships from our out-of-state students, with merit-based scholarships, there comes with a tuition reduction in cash value. So we helping our students make our university affordable. We are known by Kiplinger's as the best value institution, which means that we give an abundance amount of financial aid for our low sticker price here at the University of South Carolina. Due to COVID, we are offering virtual events as well. So we encourage our students to please visit our virtual events, and also we are offering on-campus visits as well. Thank you guys for being here today. And from the University of South Carolina, let's go Cox.
Thank you so much to you, Lorenzo, and the University of South Carolina. I'd like to now invite all of our panelists to turn back on their cameras. And in the order that you presented originally, I would ask that you either share a fun piece of advice for our seniors and families, or juniors and their families. Maybe it's a fun fact about your institution. Maybe it's something that you forgot or didn't have time to share during your presentation, or maybe it's a fun campus tradition. So let's start with Josh from Thomas University.
Hello, everybody. First, I would say some advice is make sure, obviously with COVID, that you tour every campus possible. If it's via Zoom or if you're able to go to campus, the best experience is actually being on campus. something that's very traditional or something cool on our campuses. We have a beautiful downtown area where a lot of our students hang out. There's cobblestone roads, great dining. So we are in the heart of South Georgia. So yeah, that's Thomas University.
Josh, you're so right about visiting, and colleges have never been more accessible virtually either. So if you're not able to get there in person, there's so many virtual options if you have some time. So next up, let's hear from Ryan at Troy.
Kind of following along the same line as Josh, not only visiting campus, but it's so important to be able to connect with your admissions counselor, admissions representative for your particular area. Obviously, a lot of us are not able to physically be at college fairs or in schools right now, but we're here to help. If we don't know the answer to a question, we can get you to someone at our particular institution that does. But it's so important now because there's so many questions, and students really miss out on a lot of time late junior year in the summer and everything. So we want to do our best to help students, kind of figure out what the best fit for them is. Also, the financial piece is so key, especially this year. And so whatever we can do to help, we're here, whether it's through a virtual tour or virtual Zoom meeting or like a virtual information session. I'd venture to guess every single institution across the country is doing that. So once you get that list narrowed down, definitely reach out to those particular institutions and see how you can best connect with them, whether it's in person or virtually.
I'd like to underline what Ryan just said. Like, I think students and families are sometimes intimidated by people that work in the admissions office. And you guys, they're just like real people. They are real people, not just like real people. And they want to talk to you. And so they are the experts on their institutions. And they work in admissions because they love answering questions and they love working with students. And so please don't hesitate to reach out to them. Don't rely on College Confidential or what someone's sister's brother or cousin said about that institution. Get it from them, the experts. Thanks so much, Ryan. Next, let's hear from Timothy at Truett McConnell.
Yeah, hey, definitely want to encourage you to go out and visit as many college campuses as you can. I did not, forgot to mention, we are actually having our last preview day of the semester on campus on November 13th. So we do still have time to get you registered for that event. We're also having on-campus tours as well. And one of the neat kind of traditions at Truett McConnell, it happened kind of by accident, or they got in trouble, but now it's continued. They actually put soap every year at graduation. A couple of years back, the seniors put soap in our fountain, and it causes a huge just bubble display. And they have continued doing that for many years now, and it's turned into one of the students' favorite tradition at the end of the school year.
That's good, clean fun, pun intended.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Celia from the University of Montevallo.
Hey everyone again. So a little piece of advice is just pick the best school for you. If you want to go to a big SEC school, football, cool. If you want to go to a smaller school, just pick the right fit for you. And then just a cool part of Montevallo that I didn't get to mention for the sake of time is our homecoming tradition. We don't have football, but we do have a little unique homecoming tradition. The school splits into two sides, purple and gold, which are our colors. And then there's three different kind of aspects to it. There's athletics, business, and actually a theater aspect that both sides perform and participate in for points. And then a winner is declared and they get bragging rights for the whole semester or for the whole year until the next time, which is pretty cool.
That's so fun. And Lorenzo, what kind of fun campus tradition or fun fact or thing would you like to share about the University of South Carolina?
So hey guys, so with the historic horseshoe, which is on our campus, we have the buildings from the Civil War that's still on our campus. And like I stated, our president actually still lives on the historic horseshoe. But one cool thing as well, we call it First Night Carolina, where our president actually got on top of the pyramid of the cheerleading pyramid. So it was his first year as the president at our university, and not just like a regular pyramid, like where you just get one person and do another person. Like he actually got on top of the pyramid with like the actual real cheerleaders. And so they lifted him up in the air, and like it was like a favorite, like student traditions of First Night Carolina is where all the students get together and we build that sense of community because we're big on the word family here on our campus. But really, really great campus. We're big on the word family, and hopefully you guys can join our Gamecock family.
Who doesn't love a president that likes to have a little fun and doesn't take himself too seriously? That's great. Owen, would you like to share a 20 to 30-second fun fact about Tulane, or
Sure
maybe
thing. Yeah, I am so sorry. I've done maybe 300 virtual events this fall, and I have not messed up Eastern and Central Time until tonight. So I apologize.
It happens. It
Yeah.
totally happens.
But Tulane, we have one of the largest student-run music festivals in the country, Crawfest. We get 20,000 pounds of crawfish. And if you'd like to learn more about Tulane, my email is just oknight, first initial, last name, at tulane.edu. Happy to send you any links to our virtual programs. We do live stream tours, student panels, and apologies for the mix-up. That's totally on me. But look forward to hearing from you if Tulane is on your list. I'd be happy to provide you with current students to talk to, anything like that. So sorry about that, and thanks.
Owen, would you like to, do you have a screenshot? You're welcome to share your contact information. We have a minute or so left if you'd like to do that.
I don't have a slide with my like contact info on it. If you give me 10 seconds, I can throw it up really quickly.
Yeah,
but
absolutely. If you're able to do it, awesome. If not, know that everyone that's registered tonight, their contact information will go to all the institutions that are on this screen. So they will be able to reach out to you should you have any questions. And of course, you can always go to the websites of this college and university. Usually it's find my admissions counselor or ask a question. Usually you put in where you live and their picture and their contact information will pop up. We make things pretty easy for you. But again, don't hesitate to reach out to these wonderful professionals. And while Owen's still working on that, I will just give my last piece of advice, and it's to enjoy your senior year. Those of you that are seniors, you guys have been so freaking inspiring this year. The world has thrown everything at you, and you've been resilient, you've worked hard, you've been flexible, you've been adaptable, and you're just simply so inspiring. And we know that you've got this and you're going to do great things. And so celebrate those milestones, celebrate submitting that first application, celebrate the acceptances and everything that comes along with it. So Owen, do you have that for us?
No, I'll just be cognizant of everyone's time, and I'll just email
Cool.
everyone individually and reach out. And thank you for offering that. I appreciate it, Courtney.
No problem. Well, have a great night, everyone. I am going to share one quick last screen to let you know that there's going to be a quick survey that will go out as soon as you close this window for you participants. So hopefully you'll provide us with some feedback. There's more sessions tonight and certainly tomorrow, so feel free to sign up for additional sessions. This session was recorded, and so you'll be able to find that on demand at the website where you signed up within a week. So everyone, have a great college search process, and don't be afraid to reach out to those admissions representatives. They're there to help you. Have a great night, everyone.